Hey, good day, guys. Good day, guys. Hope you all are doing good, guys. So, guys, before you even get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can actually get notified once I upload videos like this again, guys. So, guys, in today's video, we're going to be doing a market update. I haven't been doing a market update in like 3 months now. So, I was just off a young break off. I was just off YouTube for like just a minute, guys, but then now I'm back and consistent, and it's the new year. Happy New Year, guys, and I hope you guys had a wonderful festive season. And let's just get into the market. I don't really want to talk a lot about what happened, but let's just go into the market and see what we're going to be seeing in this upcoming weekend. So make sure you look at the video until the end just to see what I'm seeing, guys. You can see here. This is the gold market, so this is basically what I was seeing on gold on my previous analysis. Which we're gonna be breaking it down as the video continues. But I wanted us to start with indices, because I'm also seeing a very good position on US30, which we are going to be breaking down also. And then also on Nas100, there's a potential of the same view that I'm seeing on US30, but we're gonna be breaking it down also. Then German 80, I don't really want to get into it because I haven't been trading it in a while, guys. There's also, I was mainly focusing on those three, which is gold, USDT, and Nas100. So I haven't been trading it in a while, but I'll see if you can get into it, guys. Okay, but let's just start with the USDT view, because that's the most interesting view I have on USDT currently, guys. Okay. So I'm just gonna erase everything. As you all know, we're still gonna be following our rules. It doesn't matter, it's a new year, it's whatever, we still have the same set of rules. So I'm just going to be applying those rules on this market today, guys. Okay. So as you all know, our rules are saying that in our highest time frame, which is our weekly time frame, we are going to be identifying our current lowest and our current highest point, which are going to mark our support and our resistance areas in our highest time frame. Okay. As you can see, this is the overall market. This is what we call the overall market. So how I analyze, I try to actually understand the overall market in order for me to actually catch those long-term trades. Remember, in this channel, guys, all we are always looking for is those long-term swing trades, right? So yeah. So after identifying your highest and your lowest points, you're going to identify your zones, which are just your reversal points. Right, but I'm just going to be identifying those major ones just because we have already been through everything else, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to be identifying those major ones. Okay, let me be quick. Okay, beautiful. So the other ones, I feel like we are going to be identifying them in the other time frames. So for now, I just feel like these are the ones that I'm mostly interested in. Okay. And remember, guys, another thing is the zones that you identify in higher time frames, they are often those strong zones. So you must always, if the market is hitting that specific zone and you're looking for a reversal, you must take that opportunity. Mainly because you got your zone in your highest time frame, but only if there is more reasons, not just that zone. But it's like a confirmations and everything else that is showing that the market is about to reverse. Okay, but what I'm saying is your highest time frame zones are always the most influential ones. Okay, then after identifying that, you're going to be identifying your major trend, which is just going to give you the overall direction of the market. So as you can see, that's just a very, very beautiful uptrend. Then we have two touches on the bottom trend line. The only way we're going to consider then the 90% being completed is only if we get that touch. But for now, we still have two touches. So let's just go into a smaller time frame and see what is going on. So currently, from my highest time frame, I'm actually seeing some beautiful sells, mainly because the market is on my resistance, and I'm seeing some sort of a double top there. I'm not sure if you all can see this one, but this is a formation of a double top. Okay, but okay, let's just get back into analyzing. Okay, then now there's my 1 day time frame. I'm going to be identifying my more zones and also identifying another trend, like our rules are saying, guys. Okay, so currently these are the only zones that I am seeing, but still guys, I'm more confident in the sales mainly because of where the market is. That is our resistance at this point, meaning it's a very huge sell zone according to our strategy, guys. This is where we are often taking those long-term sells, mainly because it's our resistance. The market is actually resisting those points. Okay, but we still need more reason in order for us to say the market is reversing. You can't just say it's just the resistance, but I'm just saying that is a very great point for us to actually take sales if we were to take sales. Okay, but currently we have a double top, which is another formation of uh, a reversal, guys. Okay, so this is how I often see my reversals, but let's just continue analyzing and see if is there any other reasons that can actually show us that the market is about to sell. Okay, which I feel like there is already. Okay, and then from our support there, we are seeing our very beautiful trend. Remember, this is our daily chart, so we still need to identify that other trend inside our major trend, which is this one, which is still an uptrend, right? But it only has our first touch and our second touch, so we're not considering any 90% being completed. Okay, then from there we're gonna go to our 4-hour chart. So on our 4-hour chart, we're going to be looking for our current support and our current resistance, right? Already we have our resistance, which is where the market just reversed, which created a double top in our 1-day time frame. Remember, that is the very most important thing we need to know, that there is a double top in our 1-day time frame, which is our high time frame, which is a very huge influence when it comes to smaller time frames. So if the highest time frame is giving us that confirmation, I just know that okay, the market is about to do something. Okay, massive. Okay, and then here we're having a very beautiful support. As you can see, that's our last lowest point. Remember, your resistance is just your last highest point, and then your support is just your last lowest point. Okay, then after identifying your support and your resistance, you're just going to be identifying your zones. You're just going to be identifying your cute little zones. Let me also identify this one. Okay, right. And then after this, remember, from every support or from every resistance, you'll always find your trend, because that is where a trend is formed. A trend is formed when the market is moving with support and resistance. Okay, then boom, we're having a very beautiful trend right there. Not sure if you guys can see it, but that is a very beautiful uptrend. Okay, so already we are seeing that okay, the market just broke out of that uptrend, and that is some form of a retest. I'm not sure, but we'll go into smaller time frames and actually confirm if there is a retest. Okay, remember your retest happens on a zone, so the first thing we want to see is where is the market. Okay, very beautiful. As you can see, guys, we had our first touch down there, second touch here, then that touch somewhere there. As you can see, we had reversals, meaning the market did drop momentum. This might be a breakout and a retest, and then we are safe to say from this specific area, which was a low, the market broke and came back to retest, and this is some sort of a double top. So let's just look for sell entries from this level going to the bottom, right? Then we mustn't forget the rules of a double top. We're going to go back to our high time frame and see where is our other entry or our retest level. But currently, I'm just seeing those beautiful sells up to that specific lowest point. We'll just see if the market is going to respect what we are saying. Okay, as always, guys. Okay, so it's just a matter of is the market agreeing with our direction or not. But currently, I am very much seeing those beautiful sells to the lowest point, guys. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys have any other view, but if you have any other view and then any other reason, you can drop that in the comments below, or you can just DM me on IG and then give me your view. Okay, but currently those cells are actually I'm very much confident with the cells, guys. Okay, meaning we're gonna have our next entry after the market breaks the current zone there, which is the last low zone, which is that one. So after the market breaks the specific part, we must wait for a retest. This would actually be the best entry for me. I just feel like if we break there, that's a good confirmation. Then we're gonna continue with those beautiful cells to the lowest point. I just feel like this is the most safest entry, but we will see, guys. we'll see if the market is gonna respect whatever that we're saying it will respect. Okay, and then let's just go into Nas100. So as you all know, weekly time frame, highest and lowest points, see how the market is moving, meaning you're going to identify your major trend. That is how you see how the market is moving. We're having our beautiful low here. Okay, and then we're having another beautiful high at that specific point, which is there. Okay, then after that, you're going to be identifying your zones. I'm just going to be identifying the ones in our high point there, just to save time, guys. I'm not going to identify all of them. I'll just identify the major ones that I'm seeing, which are the ones on that current market. And luckily on that current market, the market is on our high time frame zone, meaning the market is on a high influential zone, right? So if we are going to be taking sales and the market respects ourselves, we know that, okay, it's being influenced by the highest time frame zone, right, which is a very strong zone. Okay, then after that, you're going to be identifying your major trend, which is going to give you the overall direction of the market. Also on Nas100, we're also on that beautiful uptrend. When we have two touches, until we get out that touch, we're not going to consider any 90% being complete. We might be looking for those beautiful cells. So let's just see if our daily time frame is saying the same thing or it's giving us something different. So still not that resistance. We're having this last low here as our support, then we're having that last high there as our resistance. Let me just highlight both of them. We're having our resistance there, and then we're having our little support at the specific points. So the difference between this one and USDT is just because USDT it's on our resistance, meaning we have more hope when it comes to USDT because it's on a resistance level. This one is just on a strong zone, meaning we might not get that much of an influential move, but at the end of the day, guys, we do not control the market, so we don't know what the market will do, but this is just my assumptions, guys. Okay, I'm just assuming that it will not give us that much of momentum the same way USDT will. So the best trade for me right now is definitely USDT, guys. Okay, so let's just see. We're also having another beautiful trend at that specific point. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame to see this other trend, because I'm seeing a very two interesting trends in the 4-hour time frame, right? I'm seeing this beautiful downtrend here, and I'm also seeing that uptrend here. So it's just a matter of which one is the market going to be respecting in this case, guys. Okay, because if you check here, if you were to actually identify a trend, it means that 90% has to be completed. Okay, so let's just see. Let's see. Okay, the first trend that I was actually speaking about is this one, guys, right? If you check from that specific resistance, we created a very beautiful trend, right, which is our downtrend. But remember, guys, this is the 90% rule. So sometimes the market doesn't 100% go to the 90%, but just that 90%. And I just feel like now it's just one of those cases, mainly because of this high influential zone. So if you check, sellers are very strong, and we already got our first movement to the bottom from that zone, and price action is telling us that whatever that happened before has a 90% chance of happening again. So we're going to be hoping on the price action ruling. Okay, and then after that, you're going to be identifying your beautiful low there, your zones, I mean to say, not low. Okay, just gonna be identifying your zones, just like that. I feel like that is enough. And then the luckiest thing is we have another beautiful trend at this specific point, but we haven't hit our dead touch yet, meaning we still have to hit our dead touch in order for us to actually say the market is going to complete this specific 90%. So now the only 9% we are going to be looking at is this one, guys. We're going to be focusing on that specific one, but we're still going to be waiting for our third touch. So let's just see the hourly time frame and see what it's saying to us, if it's also agreeing with our assumption here or not. Okay, it's also a very, very beautiful market, but I don't know if you guys are seeing this. The Nas100 one is a bit complicated and the US30 one is straightforward, but I just feel like the most beautiful trade is the one that you don't understand like that. The one that is presented to you has its own ups and downs. So here, if you check, we're having a major key, right? I don't know if you guys still remember major keys, but we have a very, very beautiful major key there. And then we're just waiting for the market to go complete the 90% of the major key. Our entry point might just be on a specific zone. And then we're also going for sells here, guys, until that specific low. Okay, but as I've said, I'm mostly confident in the US30 one. So this one I'm not really sure about. Okay, but we'll see, guys. It's just a matter of, because I'm not seeing a third touch also here, so I'm not really confident with this one. So let's just focus on US30, guys. Okay, but it's also giving me some sell opportunities. So let's just talk about gold now, right? So gold, as you all have seen, guys, since last day, gold has been on a very good slate. And even now, guys, I'm not seeing any reason for gold to start dropping that drastically. Okay, hence also here I was just seeing some beautiful sells, was just waiting for that retest and then continuing. So also on gold, guys, I still use my trends, I still use my support and resistance, I still use the same entries that I use in every other pair that I'm analyzing, guys. Okay, I haven't changed any of my strategies, just that the gold requires you to actually have that extra brain and see how it actually moves, because it's a very, very tricky pair. Okay, but let's just get into it. Okay, so here I'm not going to start with my highest time frames because the market is in new highs, so basically I'll just start on my daily time frame. So usually we'd go to our monthly or we'd go to our weekly, but now I just want to start on this current market because that is the most interesting market on gold now for me. Okay, so having a very, very beautiful low at that specific point, and then our high is actually here because there we haven't got any rejection, meaning for me I'm not seeing any highest points. So my last high is that one, and then my other point is the, okay, I'm just going to be identifying those zones. Beautiful. Okay, I think that is it, right? So we're having a very, very beautiful market right here, and if you check, the market is currently in an uptrend. We've created a high, a low, created a high, came back to retest on the low, and then we just broken our high, meaning we can get a little bit of momentum, and then we know we're gonna be retesting and then continuing with the trend. So that is currently what I'm seeing gold doing. Okay, so that is just the overall trend for the current market. Okay, and obviously our uptrend will just be like this, guys, if we were to actually identify any trend on this market. Okay, meaning we are in a very, very good uptrend, and I don't think it's something that's going to stop now. So we're still going to be hitting that uptrend until we get news that, okay, something is actually going to be happening in the gold industry or something. Okay, and from there, you're just going to hop onto your forward chart. So on your forward chart, the first thing I saw when I was actually thinking about the trade was we're having a very, very beautiful downtrend. If you check here, we're just having a beautiful low here, then some other beautiful zones. Okay, beautiful, right? So if you check from this specific highest point, which was our resistance, we were having a very, very beautiful downtrend, which is this one, guys. Okay, so from this downtrend, I just knew, okay, the market has to come and complete that specific 90%, which is the 90% that is here. Okay, which the market did, but the most valuable entry for me, if the market only hit the specific points, then give me my confirmation, which is a double bottom. I was gonna actually take this buys just to finish off that 90%, but I just guess I was late, hence I did not take this trade. Okay, but also on that current market, we are having a interesting market because I'm seeing from this forward top, from this, for our time frame, this is a definite double bottom, so which is a confirmation for those striking buys. So I'm still gonna be waiting for the market to give me opportunity to buy, and then we'll just take it from there. But right now, I'm just seeing gold going to the top, guys. There is no form of rejection or anything that is happening. And if you check, already broke our neckline, this might be our retest. So gold, guys, let's just look for those beautiful buys to the highest points. Okay, so I don't really have a take profit, so I just feel like we'll just enter and exit when we feel like, okay, we've made enough profit. But currently, I'm just seeing those beautiful buys to the highest time frame, to the highest point, I want to say. Okay, so this is just going to be the end of the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified once I drop again, guys. Okay,